Bloomberg Audio Studios.
Podcasts, radio, news.
Okay, Affirm shares are down around 13%, putting them on track for their biggest drop since October after the buy now, pay later company's 2024 forecast for annual transaction volume slightly missed estimates. Pleased to say Affirm CEO Max Levchin joins us now, and that seems to be the pretty micro focus, Max, the forecast for transaction volume. Should the street be concerned about that?
No, I'm afraid I can't give the street that credit whatsoever. We've had an absolutely blowout quarter. Every number top to bottom increased our estimates for going forward, and are showing no signs of slowing down or weakness or anything of the sort. I rarely argue with the market, but I think the team worked too hard to accomplish too much, too well. Well, I think we'd be okay with it.
We're just showing the highlights from the quarter gone, and top line you beat considerably, matching what the street expected from a loss per share. What was the biggest factor on that top line growth of all of the different products you're now offering?
I think across the board we did extremely well. We posted just really strong holiday season. Our partners Shopify were a large contributor to our growth, outpacing the average. The card and scaling, we bragged about 400,000 active cardholders in our November investor event, only to show that we have 700,000 actives and growing pretty rapidly now. So there's quite a lot of things that contributed to the growth, but overall the company has just performed across the board really well.
Can I dig in a bit more on the gross merchandise volume and value? And I mean, ultimately, you call it out in your earnings, and you said we've posted the fastest year-over-year GMV growth rate in over a year. And you're basically saying, look, we can show how we operate our business with excellence. Then give you this moment to speak to an investor and an analyst community that is saying, look, they're slightly worried about what they think is a GMV deceleration for the fiscal second half of 2024. You say it's the guidance is the floor. What more can you say to an investor base that for some reason is determining this as a slowdown and they're worried?
No, I think the best way I can speak to our investors is by posting more results. Any form of, trust me, I'm not a crook, is always met with great skepticism. So we'll just continue to post the results. The results from last quarter more than speak for themselves. The blowout growth we've shown is the exact numbers that we were gunning for, and we'll keep gunning for better and better numbers that get us the floor. And we don't want to change our guidance strategy at all. We like a bar that we're going to aim to exceed for ourselves.
Well, a lot of analysts can see that. Truist Securities' Andrew Jeffrey saying that we'd be surprised by the magnitude of the slowdown. Bloomberg Intelligence also saying that they see momentum and they don't see this sort of slowdown. So tell us about momentum and ultimately about a U.S. consumer that feels rubbish about the economy, but the economy still continues to go incredibly well. What are you seeing from a determination to spend and to spend with you?
So the share of wallet across our many partners is generally increasing, and we're very happy about that. U.S. consumer, I think, if I'm allowed to speak on behalf of the U.S. consumer, are feeling a little bit differently than they are acting, and I have no idea if it points to that. But there are folks that are having a hard time paying their bills, and you can see that in the credit card industry building up their delinquencies and reporting increase in building up reserves. None of that is true for us. We posted another quarter of flat quarter and year-on-year delinquencies, 30 days higher, et cetera. Those are all measures of our excellent credit management. Affirm consumer, the ones that we actually lend to, are doing fine. They're paying the bill, paying them on time without, I might add, any sort of late fees or gimmicks or tricks. The industry is starting to show signs of cracking where folks are maybe a little bit overextended. I think that's probably what's playing on consumers' mind. That said, the holiday season was quite strong for us. We saw really great engagement from occasional buyers that went to our online partners and bought their gifts, all the way to our cardholders that use the card for everything from daily spend to gift buying. So we feel very good about our ability to help folks that can borrow. And most important thing I just want to always add, because we don't charge late fees, because we don't compound the interest, our incentives are profoundly aligned with those that we lend money to. They can't pay us back on time, on schedule. We will make less money. Our growth is actually driven not just by the fact that there's a lot of demand for buying, for preferring the demand for a firm-specific product and our ability to sell.
So I understand that. You and I have talked a lot about buy now, pay later, but also the other products that you offer, right? This week, I think what Caroline and I heard from CEOs, markets guests, the consumer's strong, but as you've just pointed out, credit card is becoming a notable data point to track. How does that impact you?
Obviously, we watch all the industry data like everybody else. Again, our borrower has done very well for us, with us. And when we lend money, we take into consideration their performance across other borrowing devices they have, purchase credit cards, et cetera. So we know that the Affirm consumer is quite strong on repeats, and they're able to pay us back, and that's shown in our numbers and the numbers that we're reporting. You can see them more frequently than our quarterly numbers in our EBS reports, et cetera. And so we feel quite good about the segment of the economy that we serve. I think there are folks that are starting to, perhaps it's really the running out of the pandemic savings that's taking place elsewhere. We are able to borrowers successfully.
Max Levchin, it's great to have some time with you. Thank you very much for joining the show. Affirm CEO